Welcome all the participants and our resource person on the third day of National Physics Lecture Series 2021. And this is the first series based on subatomic physics and nuclear physics. And this series is for UG and PG students both. And this series is very beneficial for the students who are preparing for different competitive examination, NET, GATE, and so on. Today, we are having our resource person, Dr. Risha Gehlot. Let me introduce our resource person. Dr. Risha Gehlot is presently as assistant professor, Government Degree College, Chandrabadani, Tiri Garhwal, Uttarakhand. She has completed her MSc in electronics in 2006 from DSB campus, Kumai University, Nainital. She did a PhD from the same university, Kumai University, Nainital in 2013. During her PhD program, she was awarded at Junior Research Fellowship and Senior Research Fellowship through Research Fellowship in Sciences for the Meritorious Students Scheme, University Grant Commission, India. During 2014-15, she worked as Research Associate at Department of Physics, IIT Bombay. She has been awarded D.S. Kothari Postdoc Fellowship for 2016 to 19 at the Department of Physics, Pune University, Pune. She has cleared Maharashtra state level eligibility test in 2017. To her credit, she has 12 research papers published in different national and international research journals. And today, the topic of talk is history of elementary particles and their classification. This is very basic and important topic for all UG and PG students all over the India. Students or participants can join this lecture. With these remarks, I would like to invite our resource person, Dr. Richa Gehlot, और मैं मैडम से मीडियम में
Thank you, sir.
शेयर करेंगे. डॉक्टर ईशा गहलोत मैडम, प्लीज.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Am I audible?
यस.
Am I audible? Yes. Okay. Good evening to all the participants of the organizing committee of this 5 days.
Good evening, ma'am.
Lecture series.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Richa Gehlot, Assistant Professor Physics at Government Degree College, Chandrabadani, TD Garhwal. I feel privileged that sir has provided me this platform to interact with you and also to share some knowledge with you. And I think all the resource person has delivered very good lectures of nuclear and particle physics. And in COVID situation, especially, it will be very beneficial to you that you are sitting at home and you are getting some knowledge. So, welcome to all participants here, and let's start the presentation. Sir, there is a problem in presenting. I think you should stop.
I have stopped.
Okay. So, is it presentation?
No, it is not visible.
Respond.
अभी दिखाई नहीं दे रहा, अभी विजुअल नहीं है.
मैम, आपकी आवाज क्लियर नहीं आ रही है.
Okay, there's a net problem.
अब कुछ हो रहा है प्रेजेंट.
Okay. I think this is working. Can you see?
आगे स्लाइड बढ़ नहीं रही है. केवल प्रेजेंटेशन आया है, योर फोटोग्राफ इज देयर, योर नेम इज देयर। अपना वीडियो ऑफ कर लीजिए आप, कनेक्टिविटी प्रॉपर मिल जाएगी।
Now the slide is moving or not?
नो, अभी नहीं।
I cannot see. Stop. Sir, no?
नहीं, अभी भी नहीं आया।
I am listening, but
या सब कुछ स्टार्ट हो रहा है।
at hilly areas is the most difficult. अभी कुछ दिख रहा है सर?
केवल ब्लैंक स्क्रीन दिख रही है मैडम।
हाँ
डार्क
सर, वो
स्क्रीन है,
मुझे
डार्क।
भी। ओके ओके।
यस, नाउ इट इज विजिबल। मैडम ये विजिबल है, अपना माइक ऑन कीजिए। प्लीज ऑन योर माइक। यस
Is it visible?
यस,
Okay.
इट इज।
Okay. So title of the talk is of elementary particles and their classification. So first thing comes in our mind. What are the elementary
Ma'am, voice
particles?
not clear.
So now my voice is clear.
वॉइस इज नॉट क्लियर
Sir.
मैडम, वॉइस क्लियर नहीं आ रही है।
There is a connection problem. Now you can hear me.
No, ma'am.
Hello, can you hear me now?
यस, नाउ ऑडिबल।
Is it clear?
यस यस।
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So first thing that comes in our mind, in our mind. What are the elementary particles? So elementary particles are those particles which are structureless, indivisible, and not made up of other particles. Means we cannot further divide into small particles. Those those particles are called elementary particles. So first, have a look at the brief history of elementary particles. So till 1930, we have known only three fundamental or elementary particles: electron, proton, and photon. And as the time advances, that after 1932, there are three more particles added: in neutron, positron, and neutrino. And as the time advances, there are more particles. We cannot say that are elementary particles, but the particles we have known with the time advancement. So uh, first, have a look on the basic structure of matter. An atom. This is the first picture is of an atom. It is in 1800. Hello.
Yes, yes, madam. Clear as
Okay.
sound.
Okay. Okay. So in 1800, an atom was considered as the building block of matter. It is considered as the building block. There is considered a nucleus, and nucleus is surrounded by the electrons, and electrons revolve around the nucleus in certain orbitals or orbits. Then after, as the time advances, there is a nucleus, existence of nucleus came, and the size of atom was 10 to the power minus 10 meter, or 10 to the minus 9, means nanometer scale size. And after the discovery of nucleus, then the size of nucleus was 10 to the power minus 14 meter. And as we have discovered more elementary particles, then we have discovered that nucleus is made up of nucleons, proton, neutron. And after the nucleon size was of Fermi meter, 10 to the minus 15 meter. And we know that nucleons are the basic fundamental or elementary particles of a matter. But again, the discovery and research of particle physics, the quark structure came into existence in 1964. And 1964 quark are the basic building. We think that quarks are the basic building block of the any material or matter. So from atom to quark, 1800 to 1964, there are we can say this advancement in the elementary particles. मीन्स पहले हमने सोचा कि ये एटम जो है वो ही बेसिक बिल्डिंग ब्लॉक है किसी भी मैटर का। जैसे हम अपनी 9th-10th में एटम के बारे में ही पढ़ते हैं, फिर एटम कंबाइन टुगेदर एंड फॉर्म मॉलिक्यूल्स। तो एटम से, लेकिन एटम को भी हमने फर्दर डिवाइड किया न्यूक्लियस में, और न्यूक्लियस को फिर फर्दर हमने देखा कि न्यूक्लियस भी न्यूक्लियन से बना है। And then we think nucleons are the basic elementary particle. But after the discovery of quarks, the assumption was wrong, and the basic building block of any matter are quarks. And even if we don't know what is next, even after some time we will get to know that quark is made up of certain particles, elementary particles. But till now we can say quark are the elementary particles of any matter if we think in this way. So particles, there are other particles: neutron, proton, electron, as I said, neutrino, positron. What are the positron? So the known particles, the known particles can be classified according to different properties of particle. Means they have certain type of interaction. On the basis of their interaction, their masses, there are light particle, there are middleweight particle, there are heavyweight particle, and on the basis of their spin, on the basis of their charge, charm, and strangeness quantum number, on the basis of their color, and after that there is lepton quantum number or baryon quantum number. So what is this? So first we discussed on the basis of their interaction. So there are four different type of fundamental forces between the particle. As you all know, gravity. Newton's gave us the concept of gravity, gravitational force. Electromagnetic force is the type of force which apply between the charged particles. And strong, here you can see strong interaction, strong force and weak force. So what are these forces? We can discuss it here. There are four type of forces as we discussed earlier: electromagnetic, weak, strong nuclear forces, and gravity. And the particle it affects. Electromagnetic force attracts or affects the particle which is having charge. If it is neutral, then electromagnetic force doesn't affect it. And in weak interaction or force, all fundamental particles, whether it has charge or not, whether it has spin or not, all type of fundamental particles, it affects by the weak forces. And strong nuclear forces, there are only quarks. As we discussed earlier, that atom, the basic building block of an atom is the quarks, are the quarks structure. So strong nuclear forces affects only the quarks. And in gravity, gravitational force, when the gravitational force applies, when any object has mass, then we can say that it is having some gravitational force between two masses, or an exchange particle of force. In electromagnetic, there is virtual photon or photon with having very less lifetime. In weak interaction, W plus, W minus, and Z0 bosons. And strong nuclear forces, gluon, that binds the quarks together. And in gravity, there's a graviton. Range, electromagnetic and gravity both are long range force. Its range is infinite, and gravity is infinite. But for the short range force are strong nuclear force. This is of Fermi meter, means in atomic size they are most affected, means they are very strong in the range of femtometer. And if you are increasing the distance or above the femtometer, then there are no strong nuclear force. And relative strength, you can see here, the most strong force known to us are strong nuclear force, and then electromagnetic, then weak force, and then after gravity. So this is the description of force and their strength. So first talk about the electromagnetic force interaction. As I said earlier, this interaction acts between charged particle. So as you all know, there may be attractive force and there may be repulsive force. In attractive force, this applies between the opposite charges, and in repulsive force, these the force which applies between the same charges. And the free force carrier particle of electromagnetic interaction is photon. As you can see in the picture, is photon is the force carrier particle of electromagnetic interaction. So electromagnetic interaction, what does to the atom or molecule? So it allows atoms to bond into the molecules. क्योंकि आपने देखा होगा कि जो एटम है, देयर इज ए न्यूक्लियस विच इज पॉजिटिवली चार्ज एंड इलेक्ट्रॉन्स विच आर नेगेटिवली चार्ज एंड विच सराउंड द न्यूक्लियस and orbiting around the nucleus in certain orbits. So EM interaction allows atoms to bond into molecules, and this allows the worlds to stay together and create the matter around ourselves in our daily life. We are seeing the matter due to the EM interaction also. There are two type of interaction, EM and strong interaction. These are responsible for the matter existence. Now comes the strong interaction. In a strong interaction, we can see the nucleus of an atom consists of number of protons and neutrons, as we all know from the basic classes, 9th, 10th. And we cannot account the existence of nucleus considering the EM interaction. क्योंकि अभी जैसे मैंने आपको बताया कि एटम का एग्जिस्टेंस कैसे है कि there is a positive charge nucleus and electrons are revolving around the nucleus, and the Coulomb force between the nucleus and electron creates the balance and help in existence of atom. Then likewise, strong interaction also affected the structure of an atom, because in nucleus there is proton and neutrons. So which binds proton and neutrons? Because there are electromagnetic interaction between plus and minus, or plus charges, positive charges, negative charges, minus negative charges. And in the case of atom, their nucleus is positively charged and electron are negatively charged. So likewise, in the atom, when we see the structure of atom, there is a nucleus, and in nucleus there is proton and neutrons. So which force bind the proton and neutrons together? This is the strong force. And we can see further, there is quarks structure. Proton and neutrons are further divided into quarks, and they are having color charge. The force between the color charge particles or quarks is very much strong, which leads to strong interaction. It is the strong force that causes nucleons to attract. So स्ट्रॉन्ग इंटरेक्शन के लिए जो फोर्स कैरियर पार्टिकल होंगे वो ग्लूऑन्स होंगे, एंड ग्लूऑन्स इज द पार्टिकल दैट बाइंड्स द न्यूक्लियस टुगेदर with the help of strong interaction. So first we have discussed about the electromagnetic interaction, then strong interaction, and then comes the weak interaction. But before this, what is color charge? So color charges means quarks are the basic building block of protons and neutrons and other structure as well as. And there are three type of if quarks, red, green, blue, and there are anti-quarks also. These are the particles and these are the antiparticles. So just like electrically charged particles interact by exchanging photons in electromagnetic interaction. Electromagnetic interaction में जैसे आप charged particle का interaction होगा, they are exchanging photons. Likewise, जो quarks होंगे वो भी क्या करेंगे, strong interaction करने के लिए gluons का exchange करेंगे. They are exchanging gluons in strong interaction. So when two quarks are close to one another, like in this picture, they exchange gluons and create a very strong color force field that binds the quarks together. क्वार्क्स अगर टुगेदर बाइंड नहीं होंगे तो हमारा प्रोटॉन और न्यूट्रॉन का स्ट्रक्चर नहीं मिल पाएगा, क्योंकि प्रोटॉन भी अगर ब्रेक हो सकता है क्वार्क्स में, लेकिन क्वार्क्स का आपस में क्या होना चाहिए, आपस में बाइंडिंग इतनी स्ट्रांग होनी चाहिए कि वो एक मिलके एक प्रोटॉन और न्यूट्रॉन बना दें. तो इसीलिए इसका नाम ग्लूऑन भी दिया है कि ग्लू मीन्स क्या होता है, चिपकाना. तो जैसे ही हम जैसे प्रोटॉन एंड न्यूट्रॉन आर मेड अप ऑफ 3 क्वार्क्स, सो ग्लूऑन जैसे काम करेगा ग्लू का, क्वार्क्स को आपस में चिपका देगा और एक स्ट्रक्चर देगा, आइदर इट इज proton or it is neutron. So the basic particle exchange particle is gluon in strong interaction. So now comes to the weak interaction. In the weak interaction are responsible for decay of massive quarks and leptons. So what are leptons? I will discuss it later in next slides. But you know the quarks. What are the quarks? Quarks are the building block of nucleons. Nucleons are the protons and neutrons. So weak interaction are responsible for the decay of massive quarks. Massive means heavyweight quarks. If quarks are very heavy and leptons also are very heavy, then they are decaying into the lighter quarks or leptons. So if they are massive quarks are decaying into the lighter quarks, then this interaction is called weak interaction. So when a quark or lepton changes its type, means मैसिव से भारी से वो हल्का हुआ, लेप्टॉन या क्वार्क जब भारी से हल्का हुआ, तो जैसे म्यूऑन है एक टाइप का लेप्टॉन है एंड इट चेंजेस इनटू इलेक्ट्रॉन, क्योंकि इलेक्ट्रॉन बहुत ही हल्का लाइट वेट लेप्टॉन है, तो देन इट इज सेड टू चेंज इट्स फ्लेवर. जैसे फ्लेवर खाने में फ्लेवर होता है, वैसे ही क्या हुआ, इसके हल्के से लाइट भारी से ये हल्का हुआ, तो हम उसी टाइप को प्रॉपर्टी को पकड़ के उसको बोलते हैं देन इट इज चेंजिंग इट्स फ्लेवर. सो ऑल फ्लेवर चेंजेस ड्यू टू द वीक इंटरेक्शन. अगर हैवी से लाइट में कन्वर्ट हुआ है, देन दीज ऑल चेंजेस ड्यू टू द वीक इंटरेक्शन. So weak interaction, here you can see also neutron decay, beta decay, neutrino interactions, burning of the sun. And the only matter which is the most stable around us is made up of smallest quark and lepton. तो अगर हमारे पास हैवी क्वार्क्स होंगे और हैवी लेप्टॉन्स होंगे, तो वे अपने आप ही डायरेक्टली क्या बदल जाएंगे, लाइटर क्वार्क्स और लेप्टॉन्स में बदल जाएंगे. और वो ही क्या होंगे, यही जो है अपने मैटर के सबसे स्टेबल मोस्ट स्टेबल पार्टिकल्स हैं, एलिमेंट्री पार्टिकल्स, क्वार्क्स एंड लेप्टॉन्स. तो अभी तक हमें पता था कि क्वार्क्स आर द एलिमेंट्री पार्टिकल. नाउ वी केम टू नो दैट क्वार्क्स एंड लेप्टॉन्स बोथ आर द एलिमेंट्री पार्टिकल्स. एंड द फोर्स कैरियर पार्टिकल्स, जब इंट्रैक्शन होता है तो एक पार्टिकल जो है वो इंट्रैक्शन के लिए आपका रेस्पॉन्सिबल होगा. तो वो इंटरेक्शन पार्टिकल कौन कौन से होंगे जो वीक इंटरेक्शन के लिए होंगे? देयर आर W plus and W minus and Z particle. There these are the bosons, and W plus W minus represent the weak interaction में हमने इनको एक्सचेंज पार्टिकल लिया है, इसीलिए इनका नॉमेनक्लेचर जो है W plus and W minus है. It is having plus charge, it is having minus charge, and Z is zero charge particles. So if the force carrier particle is having zero charge, then we can say it is Z particle. So up to now we have discussed three type of interaction. First is electromagnetic, second is strong interaction, third is weak interaction. Now comes the gravitational interaction. तो आपको सभी को पता होगा ग्रेविटी कहाँ एग्जिस्ट करती है. ग्रेविटी इज ड्यू टू द मास. अगर आपकी कोई भी ऑब्जेक्ट है which is having mass, then there is a gravitational force between two masses, or between earth and sun, between us and earth. There is gravity which pulls even apple towards its side. So mass will attract other mass with a gravitational force. We all know from the basic classes. And here the gravity is responsible for the large scale structure of universe such as galaxy. तो galaxy जो existence है galaxy का, this is due to the gravitational force. which is held together by gravity. So also, although gravity appears to be a powerful force between massive objects, when we talk about the sun and earth, then the gravity play a key role. Or when we talk about the earth and moon, then gravity also play a very important role. But when it comes to smaller scale, at the atomic scale, means very tiny particles, then it can be ignored. As you can see in our slide, I have shown here, then its strength is very less compared to strong nuclear force. So the gravity is very less when we talk about the atom or atomic structure, substructure. While you are if you are talking about the gravity between the massive objects like earth, sun, moon, and any other planets, then it becomes very prominent. Then the carrier of gravitational force is graviton, and graviton is not discovered yet. So this is the up to here the classification was depend on the type of interaction, is on the type of interaction or on the type of different force. So there are different four different force: strong force, weak force, gravitational force, and electromagnetic force. Now we can categorize the particle which are known to us according to their masses. So there are three type of particles. If we divide all the particles in three categories, then you can see in the chart, in the figure also, there are leptons. Leptons, what are the leptons? Electrons, anti-electron, it is positron, neutrino, antineutrino, and gamma. And mesons. So what are the leptons? Leptons are lightweight particles, very lightweight particles. You can see here on the scale, it is 0.5 MeV mass. It is having 0.5 MeV mass. While you are, if you see the mass of mesons, it is medium weight particle. Medium weight particle are the muons and pions, mu plus, mu minus, and pi plus, pi minus, pi zero pions. And these are having middle weight, 100 to 200 MeV. And if you are going further, or if you are going up, then you can see there are baryons. Baryons means neutron, proton, and neutron, protons, and their antiparticles. So it is categorized in heavyweight particles, baryons. In Greek, barus means heavy, then proton, neutron, and hadron is the combination of baryon and mesons. If we collectively collectively call these particles, then we can say these are the hadrons, baryons, and mesons. This is the picture of 1947. But as the time advances, we can see it is in 1983. There are many more particles added to this figure, this previous figure. There are tauon, which is also a lepton, heavy lepton. You can see lepton or electron here, 0.5 MeV. But in the category of lepton, there are heavy lepton also. This is tau on or tau particle, which is having the weight of around 1800 MeV. And there are K mesons, D mesons, and hyperons. Hyperon, lambda, sigma, cascade, and omega particle. So on the basis of their mass, we can see in the schematic diagram, the elementary particles are divided into three categories: light particle, medium or intermediate mass particle, heavyweight particles. So what are the light particle? These are the lepton. And we also came to know that these are the basic elementary particle of any matter. And in the intermediate mass particle, there are mesons, eta mesons, pions, and kaons. And in heavy particles, there are baryons. Baryons are further divided into nucleons and hyperons. Hyperons are lambda, sigma, cascade, and omega particle. And nucleons are proton and neutrons and their antiparticle. So what are the antiparticle? I am saying repeatedly antiparticles, particles. So what are what are the particle, and what are the particles, and what are the antiparticles? So this we all discuss. We will also discuss later. So this was the classification of elementary particle on the basis of their mass. Now, again, we have classified of elementary particle on the basis of their spin. So there are two type of particles, which fermions and bosons. So what are the properties of fermions? Fermions are having half odd integral spin particle, whereas the are having zero or integral spin particles. सो फर्मियंस, आपको पता होगा कि फर्मियंस दे ओवे पॉली एक्सक्लूजन प्रिंसिपल. This is, I think, all this is known to you. I think that this is known to you, that fermions obey Pauli exclusion principle. And leptons are half integral spin particle, or we can say odd half, 1/2 spin, 3/2, 5/2. We can say this is fermions. And mesons and bosons are of either zero or integral spin 1 particle, or two can be possible, 1, 2, 3. Now the next slide, classification of fermions and bosons. So fermions are odd integral, means 1/2, 3/2, and 5/2 spin. And boson are having 0, 1, 2 spin. Then fermions are further divided into two categories, because these particles are different, and these particles are different. So in atom, these particle remains outside the nucleus, and in baryons, if we think about the baryons, then these particle constitute the nucleus. So we have categorized these fermions into further leptons and baryons, and boson into mesons and gauge bosons. So gauge bosons are force carrier particles, which we discussed earlier. And leptons, baryons, and mesons, what are the differences here? So they do not participate in strong interaction, while they do in mesons and baryons, they participate in strong interaction. जैसे हमने अभी डिस्कस किया था कि स्ट्रॉन्ग में, इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक में कौन पार्ट करता है, ग्रेविटेशनल में कौन पार्ट करता है, पार्टिसिपेट करता है. तो वेरियंस जो है न्यूट्रॉन, प्रोटॉन और सिग्मा and mesons, they will participate. While lepton क्या होगा, इलेक्ट्रो वीक इंटरेक्शन, इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक में भी करेगा और वीक इंटरेक्शन में भी पार्टिसिपेट करेगा. और बैरियन एंड मेजॉन ऑल्सो पार्टिसिपेट इन इलेक्ट्रो वीक इंटरेक्शन. बेसिक थिंग्स इज लेप्टॉन का जो है इंटरनल स्ट्रक्चर नहीं है. लेप्टॉन को हम फर्दर डिवाइड नहीं कर सकते, जो जहां तक अभी तक रिसर्च हुआ है, कि लेप्टॉन आर इनडिविजिबल स्ट्रक्चर, दे डू नॉट हैव इंटरनल स्ट्रक्चर. वाइल बैरियन, अभी हमने पढ़ा है कि न्यूट्रॉन और प्रोटॉन क्वार्क्स से बने होते हैं, कंप्राइजेज ऑफ 3 क्वार्क्स. और मेसॉन्स जो होते हैं वो 2 क्वार्क्स स्ट्रक्चर से बने होते हैं. तो क्वार्क्स आर ऑल्सो फर्मियंस एंड फील द स्ट्रॉन्ग फोर्स. अगर इस नाउ वी इफ वी वांट टू सी द classification according to spin and mass, here we can say according to spin, this if this is the axis, then above the axis it is fermion and having is spin 1/2, 3/2, 5/2, and below the axis, this axis, there are boson having 0, 1, 2 spin. And if we see the axis, vertical axis, and in the right side we can see hadron, and in the left side we can see lepton. Lepton is the light mass particle, and baryon and mesons are heavy weight particle. So we have discussed it earlier also. So I am repeated again. I was repeatedly saying that particle, antiparticle, positron, and electron. Electron is particle. If electron is particle, then positron is antiparticle of electron. So how are we getting particles and antiparticles? So elementary particles can have zero positive and negative charges, as we all know. They can have zero positive negative charges, and this is the Dirac equation. And if we solve this equation, E square minus P square C square equals to M square C4, then we can see there is two solution available. E equals to plus under root P square C square plus M square C4, and the other one is negative solution, negative energy solution. So there are two solution. One is having positive energy, and other one is having negative energy. So this equation was given by Dirac in 1927 with two energy solution. So negative positive energy solution corresponds to the particle formation, and this negative energy solution is responsible for the existence of antiparticle. So अगर particle है, if there is a particle, then there is surely an antiparticle. तो पार्टिकल है तो एंटी पार्टिकल होगा ही, क्योंकि देयर आर टू सॉल्यूशन ऑफ दिस इक्वेशन. सो फर्स्ट करस्पॉन्ड टू प्लस करस्पॉन्ड्स टू पार्टिकल, एंड माइनस वन करस्पॉन्ड्स टू द एग्जिस्टेंस ऑफ एंटी पार्टिकल्स. सो एंटी पार्टिकल क्या होता है? एंटी पार्टिकल, एंटी लगाने से क्या हो जाता है पार्टिकल्स में? पार्टिकल्स, इफ पार्टिकल इज having some mass, then antiparticle also has the same mass and spin. But if particle is having minus charge, negative charge, then antiparticle will have positive charge, and vice versa. So up to here we have discussed that particles are classified according to their interaction, according to their charge, according to their spin, according to their masses. Now, but these are the particles, ordinary particles. If we talk about the elementary particles, so it is the standard model, and all the particles can be grouped into three families of particles. So you can see here upside there is a quarks. Quarks are up, down, charm, strange, top, and bottom. I think it is clear to you. Then you can see their masses 2.3 MeV, and charge 2/3 of electronic charge. Spin is half. Spin is, all the quarks are having spin half, equal to half. And electrons, electron, muon, and tau. And we have not written here the antiparticles. They are having antiparticles also. So electron is having antiparticle is positron. Likewise, muon is, if mu minus, then there is antiparticle mu plus, and tau minus, tau plus. Electron neutrino and muon neutrino and tau neutrino. And these are the gauge boson, means force carrier particles. These are the particles which are responsible for the different interactions, different type of interaction in different type of forces. So as you see, photon is the force carrier particle of electromagnetic interaction. Gluon is the strong force carrier particle of strong forces. Z boson is the force carrier particle, and W boson are the W plus and W minus, and Z. They are the force carrier particles of weak interaction. And graviton is missing here because graviton is not discovered yet, so it is not here in the list. But somehow after that as the time, as I said, after as the time advances, our research facility is getting advanced. So there is a advancement in research also, so there will be graviton also. Now you are aware of Higgs boson. This is the new particle known to us from 2012, Higgs boson. So now come to the next slide. Quark. So quark are the basic building block. As you see in the picture, quarks, leptons, they are the basic building block of any matter. And these are the fundamental force carrier particle which are responsible for the different interactions, and Higgs boson. So these are the quarks and quarks property. There are 6 type of quarks. First we have these are the up, down, strange, charm, top, bottom quarks. And these they are the mass of these have mentioned. The uh, the heaviest quark is the top, 174 time. So 174 giga electron volt. And if we see the charge, up is having plus 2 by 3, and down is having minus 1 by 3. And strange strange is having charge minus 1 by 3, and charm is plus 2 by 3. Top is plus 2 by 3 and minus. Strange quantum number is the associated only with the strange quark, it is minus 1. So because we are not having much time, so we cannot discuss individually the strange quantum number and this. So uh, I will discuss here only the Higgs boson. So what are the Higgs boson? So after the Big Bang, Higgs field was zero. जैसे ही उत्पत्ति हुई यहाँ पर यूनिवर्स कैसे बना, उसकी जो हिस्ट्री है, जैसे बिग बैंग थ्योरी है, पार्टिकल फिजिक्स वाले अच्छे से जानते होंगे. आफ्टर बिग बैंग थ्योरी हिग्स फील्ड वाज जीरो, बट एज द यूनिवर्स कूल्ड एंड द temperature fell below a critical value, then the field grew spontaneously such that any particle interacting with it acquired a mass. तो वहां पर एक हिग्स फील्ड आया. जैसे ही यूनिवर्स थोड़ा उस कूल डाउन हुआ, वहां पर क्या हुआ, एक फील्ड नया आया जो हम क्या बोलते हैं, हिग्स फील्ड. अभी तक हमने पढ़ा है इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक फील्ड, ग्रेविटेशनल फील्ड, स्ट्रॉन्ग इंटरेक्शन के लिए एक फील्ड बोल दो, या जैसे इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक फील्ड है, वीक इंटरेक्शन के लिए एक फील्ड है, वीक इंटरेक्शन. तो वैसे ही एक हिग्स बोसॉन है जो अपना एक फील्ड बनाता है, जो एक अपना फील्ड क्रिएट करता है. और इसमें क्या करता है, कोई भी पार्टिकल जब इंटरेक्ट करता है उससे, तो वो एक्वायर मास को एक्वायर करता है. तो जितने भी नॉन पार्टिकल हैं जिनका मास हैवी है या लाइट है, जो भी है, उसकी अकॉर्डिंग, इस थ्योरी के अकॉर्डिंग क्या होता है, सब हिग्स फील्ड से इंटरेक्ट करते हैं. अगर हिग्स फील्ड्स, इफ यू आर इंटरेक्टिंग मोर विद द हिग्स फील्ड, देन यू आर हैविंग मोर मास. सो अगर कोई भी पार्टिकल ज्यादा इंटरेक्ट करता है उस फील्ड से, तो हैवियर हो सकता है. अभी तक ये थ्योरी है, और इसके लिए एक पार्टिकल हमने बोला था कि हिग्स फील्ड का एक कैरियर, फोर्स कैरियर पार्टिकल होगा जो हिग्स बोसॉन होगा, जो है. और 2012 में पार्टिकल्स लाइक द फोटोन दैट डू नॉट इंटरेक्ट विद इट. तो अब एक ही पार्टिकल है जिसको हम बोलते हैं मासलेस पार्टिकल, दैट इज फोटोन. फोटोन इज द मासलेस पार्टिकल. तो फोटोन में मास क्यों नहीं है, तो इसके लिए साइंटिस्ट ने थ्योरी दी कि फोटोन डज नॉट इंटरेक्ट विद द हिग्स फील्ड. तो जितने भी नॉन पार्टिकल हैं, सभी को जो मास दिया है वो हिग्स फील्ड ने दिया है अभी तक की थ्योरी के अकॉर्डिंग. तो हम बोल सकते हैं कि फोटोन जो है वो इंटरेक्ट नहीं करता है. लाइक ऑल फंडामेंटल फील्ड्स, हिग्स फील्ड्स हैज एन एसोसिएट पार्टिकल हिग्स बोसॉन. दिस इज बोसॉन इज ऑल्सो कॉल्ड एज गॉड पार्टिकल. क्योंकि गॉड पार्टिकल क्यों कहेंगे, क्योंकि इसी के मैटर, जब आपके पास मास होगा तभी आप एनर्जी क्रिएट कर पाओगे. E=mc². तो अगर मास ही नहीं है किसी में, तो वो क्या होगा, E=mc², जो हमें इक्वेशन मिला है उसको हम फिलफिल नहीं कर पाएंगे. तो दिस इज द, and it is invented in July 2012 in CERN, at CERN laboratory at Large Hadron Collider, and they observed this particle, and they found this particle is having 125 giga electron volt mass, and this particle is consistent with the Higgs boson, but they are not confirmed this is Higgs boson up to now, because they have to classify it according to its spin, charge, and etc different properties. So but they are sure about their mass and their properties, some of the properties of Higgs boson. So later on we will, as the time advances, we will come to know about the Higgs boson and existence of Higgs field also. So this is the talk of today. Now I thanks to all of you for listening carefully, and over to you, sir.
Thank you, madam. Dr. Isha Gehlot has explained the history of elementary particles and their classification in a systematic way, and beautifully she has explained what are elementary particles, and she has thrown the light on the brief history of the elementary particles. She has explained the basic structure of matter, classification of particles according to the different properties like mass, charge, spin, colors of the particles. And she has explained the fundamental interactions acting between the particles and what is the importance of these interactions in the universe. She has explained the color charge, quark, anti-quark, gluon, and other particles, and the significance of these particles. Importance of the elementary particles is very important. She has explained in a very beautiful way the importance of the elementary particles, and the modern classification of elementary particles, that is on the basis of the spin. Standard model is a very important model and a very important topic in the field of nuclear physics or particle physics. She has explained standard model of elementary particles, and recently invented or discovered bosons, that is Higgs bosons. She explained the importance and significance and the role of Higgs bosons in the particle physics. Undoubtedly, this talk was very beautiful, and I hope that this talk will be very beneficial for the participants, students of undergraduate or masters all over India. And with these remarks, I would like to thank Dr. Isha Gehlot for giving her valuable time and for her nice presentation. That is very beautiful presentation. Thank you, Dr. Isha Gehlot. And tomorrow we will meet with the new topic, that is the fourth day of the series. Thank you all the participants and our resource person, Dr. Isha Gehlot.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for making me part of this series.
Okay, welcome.